Hi everyone, welcome to the Graceful Skinny Vlogs. We're 12 weeks in, so it's time for another update. Let's get right to it. We've been struggling with a bit of entitlement issues lately, and so I've decided for the month of November, we are going to be doing a thankful tree. Basically, it's a piece of poster board that I painted a tree onto and then had the tree laminated. And then we found these little leaves that are for like teachers' bulletin boards and stuff that we are writing on. And she adds a leaf with something she's thankful for every day onto the tree. It's a little sparse looking for how far we are into November because we're a few days behind and I had to pull a couple off to hide personal details. But other than that, we are loving it. It's really opening up a great discussion. And I can see us using this for multiple years to come, and it wasn't that expensive to do. Moving on to the other pieces of curriculum to talk about right now. Beatty's History of Me. I can't say what I feel about this right now. I'm starting to not like it. The wording of the history stuff, I don't think she's absorbing very much. It's kind of going over her head on a level that she just decides to tune out instead of absorb in at all. So I don't think there's any retention to it. I don't hate it yet. We're still doing it. We're still kind of following with it. And there's been some good moments in it. The one that really is my beef and annoyance is slipping Christopher Columbus past my radar where I had to deal with it. Sorry, I had to pause because my daughter was dealing with her cereal bowl. Anyway, so Christopher Columbus. They slipped Christopher Columbus in here in a way that I was not expecting. And so I wasn't prepared to have to deal with correcting the inaccurate information that's in here. Regardless of what many people were taught in school, Christopher Columbus did not discover America. He was not a good man, and he's really, really, really not worth teaching to a 5-year-old. And I was really annoyed that I had to get into somebody who did the terrible things that he did with a 5-year-old because they decided to slip it past my radar. I'll get off that soapbox, though. Beginning geography. We are loving this. And I will say, it says K through 2 on here. And I would say that it is definitely something that that could be done in group studies. I don't see it mentioned that way, but it's actually designed for a classroom. So group studies is kind of a natural thing for it. Also, we are finding, I can see where within this K through 2 level, the earlier work is not too juvenile for a second grader. And the later end of the units are not too, at least for the map skills. We just finished the map skills unit. There are 3 units that they really cover. Map skills, landforms and bodies of water, which we just started today, and continents and oceans. And we are really loving it so far. And at least in the map skills section, the harder stuff, it did get to the point where instead of having her write it, I had to adapt it for my daughter, where she would just draw a line to the thing, or she would just, or I would highlight the answer. I would write in a highlighter and have her tell me, and then she would practice writing it. Or if she got to the point where it's too much writing, I would just write it and she could just leave it alone. But there was definitely some level of absorption. She's definitely not picking up everything that we're talking about in here, but it's a good introduction to it. And I can see us circling back to talking about this later. The noise you hear from the rugrat over here is the math cubes. As you can see, because she can't leave them alone for a minute when they're out, we are loving using these over having tens blocks or the Matthew C cubes. Now I put my hands on the Matthew C. I've talked with them at a homeschool convention. I have to say this is better. I really like having these because you could say this is a section of 10, which I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't counted this. So if you're counting on the video and saying that's not 10, then I'm sorry. Rugrat wants to say hi.
Hello.
But the difference between this and a tens block is even though each one is a stick of 10, with this, you can remove them. Or you could say, you can add 2 different colors and it gives you that visual of adding. And I'm finding that incorporating these into our Horizons curriculum is easy peasy and it's working great and she's loving it. There's a couple different brands, Mix Smash. I got them all at consignment at a consignment sales. The bulk of them was like a $5 fine for these just random types of cubes. These more smoother ones are Unifix. They smush together more easily, but I kind of like these because you can build with them a little differently. And she loves to play with them. She loves to build with them. She loves to do all different types of activities with them. We are just loving having them. Lastly, to talk about. This is a book that I mentioned that I bought at the homeschool convention. It's the Usborne Flip Lift a Flat book, see inside how things work. And I was very impressed with it because even though we have only read one page at the very beginning of the school year, about a week and a half ago, my daughter just out of the blue one day pulled this white out to me and brought it to me and said, "Mommy, this has a machine in it. This is how it works." And I was just blown away because even though I'd only read this page once, she totally absorbed this information and she's been flipping through it on her own. And it's really kind of sparked an interest in learning how machines work. And she likes to look at the different pages. And we are just really, 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 really liking it. And I was very impressed with it. I definitely would say it was worth the money to grab it. So we're very happy with this as well. So that's about it for our 12 weeks in update. You'll see me soon with some other updates on, not homeschool updates, but I have some things to post reviews about, a teaser since I'm in my kitchen. My new favorite toy. Really, truly my new favorite toy. I'll tell you all about it in another video because it has nothing to, it's not very homeschool related, but that's my new favorite toy and I will tell you about it soon. If you want to hear about the new favorite toy or other homeschool updates and other things that you've seen in our curriculum videos that you're interested in, be sure to make sure you hit that click that like and subscribe button down below and follow along with us and make sure your notifications are on so that you can get more updates. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.